We're back, Tim. Thanks, both of you. And you're getting down off of Growlith now, Pikachu. Can you get down on your own? Whoosh, please. Who do you think I am? I can handle this. How did the investigation with Growlith go, Pikachu? About that, Tim, we found some incredible evidence. Really? What is it? Well, we see. And that's about it. Well, good work, Pikachu. Think we're definitely closer to solving this case now. Yep. Hurry up and open your case notebook. Let's think this over together and organize all the info we've got.
Okay, let's start deducing.
How can we prove Barnes' innocence?
Okay.
Something we can use to prove his innocence? Let's think of something that would be convincing to the police as well. That note we found.
Okay.
That note Trubbis found. We can prove Barnes' innocence with that, can't we? That's exactly what I was thinking. Here's what the note said. Open the window after Barnes leaves. That would be the signal. This is clear proof that Barnes isn't the culprit and the real culprit is still out there. So there's someone out there behind all this. And not only that, there were multiple culprits working together. Someone who sent Pokémon in from outside and someone inside the mansion who let them in. You think whoever let the Pokémon inside lives in the mansion? That seems like the natural conclusion. But how did the culprit unlock the door to the jewel storage room? Only Barnes and Mr. Dennis can use the key, right? Usually, yeah, but the culprit found a way. A way to what? Think about it, Tim. When did Growlith said the key disappeared? When she was sleeping. He said it disappeared while she was sleeping. That's right, and anyone could have taken the key while Growlith was asleep. I guess you're right. But Growlith doesn't usually nap. Do you really think she just happened to nap right when we were about to commit the crime? That's just it. Think back on what all the different Pokemon in Mansion told us. Do you notice anything they had in common? Anything strange? All of them ate breakfast. They definitely all ate, but the key hadn't been stolen yet at the time. When was Growlith's key taken back to the testimony we've heard? Get to all sleep after eating the breakfast. All the Pokemon from the mansion said that they fell asleep. That's right, Tim. Glad you noticed that. Why did the Pokemon in the mansion fall asleep? At the exact same time the jewel was stolen, all the Pokemon in the mansion were asleep. There's no way that's a coincidence. You think someone wanted it to happen? I said the odds of that are pretty high. There's got to be some kind of evidence you can use to prove that. Let's search the mansion, Tim. The dish that Growlith's food was in. There's some sort of powder on it. Hey Tim, this is sleep powder. Wow, we could tell just by looking, Pikachu? I'm a Pokemon, remember? Not to mention a great detective. Of course I can tell what kind of powder this is. It's not even something to brag about. Which means there was sleep powder in the food. I think we can be pretty sure of that.
Okay, let's start deducing.
According to testimony, all the Pokemon in the mansion fell asleep.
Okay.
Figure out what caused all the Pokemon in the mansion to fall asleep. You had to tire themselves out playing, shopping, and tired themselves out. Sleep powder was mixed into their breakfast.
Okay.
Pokemon in the mansion said that they fell asleep after eating breakfast. and in one of the food bowls we found traces of sleep powder. That leads us to only one possible conclusion. Someone deliberately put the Pokemon in the mansion to sleep with sleep powder. It's getting easier to picture just how the crime was committed. But where could the culprit have gotten the sleep powder in the first place? In this city, I can think of a few places. But if we follow the path that was used to bring it inside, we might learn about the culprit. We'll need Growlith's help again for that, right? Why don't we take a little on the... You need Growlith's help again for that, right? Why don't you take a little of the powder with you, just in case? One step ahead of ya. Now, let's go talk to Growlith, Tim. Hey Growlith, can we take a whiff of this sleep powder we found on your dish? Thanks. Careful not to sniff up too much, though. Okay, now we can follow the scent of the sleep powder, right? Then let's get going, Growlith. It's now a green color scent. Heading back outside. Where did that Venonat come from? Oh no, Pikachu! The scent stops here! What do we do now? There must be something around here. Let's look around the terrace. Sure! I mean, there's this giant Venonat right here. It's a Venonat. No mistaking those massive eyes. Apparently they can even see in the dark. So sparkly. Yes. What is it, yes? Do you mind if we ask you some questions? Okay, sure. I'm really busy, but yes. About you, Venonat. What do you got so busy? Oh, nothing. I'm just eating, that's all. But I have to eat so fast. Soon it'll be time for dinner and more eating. Yes. We got plenty of time till then though, right? Are we always in such a hurry? Yes. At least that's what everyone tells me, yes. Have you tried maybe chilling out a bit? Can't. This is my natural state. Yes. Okay. Venonat sure is funny. About this place. What are you doing here? This spot's great because you can see the whole city and it's lovely and pretty and nice. On top of that, many tiny bugs gather here at night. Oh yes, it's marvelous. Do you like bugs, Venonat? Yes, pretty much so, yes. That's my favorite treat. Our favorite treat? I think we can drop this line of questioning. About sleep powder. Is this your sleep powder? Nope, definitely not mine. No, siree. How can you tell? I use my sleep powder to catch prey. It doesn't smell this soothing or beautiful. Nope, not one bit. I see. I do believe this is a Lilligant's fragrance, so yes. Yeah, and where would we find Lilligant? I would check one of the nearby hedges, probably. No, definitely yes. to the greenery. Stay over at these bushes. Hey, Pawner, do you have anything to say? State thy business. We'd like to ask you some questions. Do we have a minute? Very do I find myself with a moment to spare. Thank you, good sir. Oh, what's going on? Why we're talking like that? Make thy queries known. About thee, Poniard. What brings thou here? My training is yet unfinished. I have selected this locale to further hone my blades. Oh, no wonder you look so strong. I still have much to learn. About the dentist residence. So we really don't remember going inside the mansion. The mansion, you say? Mayhap I ventured inside the apparent domicile, but I have no recollection of doing so. Hey, come on, we've got to remember. The wind may have blown me in whilst I was in the company of my whimsical companions. I beg pardon if mine actions have caused disturbance. It's okay, everybody makes mistakes. You didn't do anything wrong on purpose, so I'm sure Sanjay have forgive you. Now has my gratitude. You find that Lilligant. What happened to this rock? It's all cut up. That's Pawner's favorite rock. I wouldn't touch it if I were you. These bushes. Oh, over here, something. Oh? It's Lilligant. This Pokemon is known for having an aroma that calms the heart and mind. So that's what the nice smell was. You think I smell nice or sweet? Do you mind if you ask you a few questions? Not at all. Your timing is actually perfect. I was thinking of a break from dancing. Ask me whatever you like. About you, Lilligant. Can you tell me more about yourself? Getting personal, are we? Tea? Alas, I'm rather unremarkable. That's a Lilligant with a love for dance. You wouldn't have to look hard to find many others like me. About this place. What are we doing here? Why, this is my favorite place. Basking in the sunlight here feels ever so good. And dancing here fills me with endless joy. You dance here a lot then? Oh yes, sometimes humans and Pokemon even come to watch. Everyone who watches me dance seems to fall asleep, but at least they're smiling when they do. Would you like a demonstration? Oh nice, wow, I could really use a nap. Wait, Lilligant, please don't dance. About sleep powder. Is this your sleep powder? Oh yes, I recognize the fragrance. Do you remember giving this to anyone? No. You see, my sleep powder does puffs out naturally whenever I dance. So think of it now. There was a human who came to watch me dance recently. Really? Do you remember what they looked like? I'm afraid not. I was in the zone. That's rough. Hey, it's something. Thanks for our help, Lilligant.
I see.
Now we know how the sleep powder was obtained. Are we done investigating? Yes.
Great.
Yeah? And I'd like to tell Tim what we found. Let's hurry back, Growlith. Sure. I see. So we're still not sure who the culprit is. Right, but we did learn something important. And what's that? Think about it, Tim. The sleep powder scent trail led directly from the mansion to the terrace. Do you really think that's normal? I guess it would make sense if the person who brought the sleep powder already lived in the mansion. Exactly. This makes it even more likely that it was an inside job. Someone managed to get some of Lilligan's sleep powder. Then they mixed it into the Pokemon's breakfast. Sir, sounds a lot like an inside job to me. Which means the culprit is someone inside the mansion. Let's do some more sleuthing and find out who. We need to start talking with people in the mansion. Ask me anything you like about Growlith's food. My staff member Turner always prepared the food here. So I seem we need to talk to Turner. It used to be one of Barnes' duties, but the task was fallen to Turner since he joined the staff. He's truly made himself quite useful. Miss Turner, we have anything to say? Could we please talk to me again, Mr. Turner? Yes, of course. Ask me anything. About Growlith's food.
Yes.
Mr. Dennis is really picky about the ingredients I use for Growlith's food. He tells me what to put in it, and I make the food to his exact specification. Sounds like Mr. Dennis really cares about Growlith's health. Yes, he truly cares about Pokemon. A good egg, that one. Dennis seems like quite the guy. What's healthy and what's tasty doesn't always match up, though.
Yes?
Did you still want something? Yes, I'm sorry. We really appreciate your help. About Growlith's food.
Yes?
I don't know anything about Growlith's food. I would suggest you ask Turner about that. Did you happen to see Growlith eating her food today? No, I didn't. I'm not in the habit of watching her eat. The Pokemon of this house eat in a separate room from us humans. If they ate in the same room as us, the fur, feathers, or what have they got getting in the food, so they eat in a different room, at my request, of course. Policy like that's not going to make you very popular with Pokemon lady.
Yes.
Be happy to tell you anything I know about Growlith's food.
Yes.
I know exactly what kind of food Growlith prefers. He's particularly fond of sweets. When I was in charge of her meals, I made a point of preparing sweet desserts for her. What a good guy, Barnes. We could learn a thing or two from this guy, Tim. Give me some sweets. You like sweets, Pikachu? We think nothing but coffee. Is Pikachu alright? He seems to be acting strangely. Don't worry, this is normal for him. Well, we should have what we need. He could have slipped the Pokemon sleep powder. He would have been able to mix sleeping powder into Growlith's food. Let's figure it out using the info we gathered. Well, the one person who is in charge of the food. Turner is responsible for preparing the Pokemon's meal. He could have put sleep powder in the food without rising suspicion.
Okay.
The only person who could have put sleep powder in the Pokemon meals is Turner. It has to be him. Bingo! He's in charge of preparing Pokemon meals. He could have easily slipped it into the food. However, the fact alone isn't enough to implicate Turner. Turner's the one who used the sleep powder. But that's just conjecture. We don't have any hard evidence. We'll definitely need to find some proof, but I'm not sure how. It's kind of an aggressive move, but we could try shaking him up a bit. Let's see if we can make Turner nervous. We might learn something based on how he reacts. Think you're up to it? It's worth a try.
Yes.
Oh, hello Tim. How's the investigation going? We're actually a bit stuck in the moment. I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do to help? I was actually hoping to ask you a few more questions if you don't mind. By all means, ask away. About Camarant.
Excuse me.
You've got a partner Camarant, right, Mr. Turner? What? How do you know that? It came up while we were gathering statements in the city. I see. I hope we don't think I was hiding that fact or anything. I was just afraid he might become a suspect. I did tell the police, of course. Really? It's been a while since I've seen him actually, whirling so. Where could he have gone? Oh, we just saw Camarant walking back towards the mansion. What? The little? I told him to stay put. Stay put? Why do you tell him that, Mr. Turner? I just didn't want him getting out on his own. I've been so worried that he might have gotten mixed up with the crime somehow. Thank you so much for finding him, Tim. It's such a huge relief. About Ponard. We're thinking a Ponard may have cut the jewel case. Really? I mean, yes, I think you've cracked it. So, it was a Ponard that punched you, Mr. Turner? Yes, it most certainly was. It really hurt. In fact, it still hurts. Yeesh, what a terrible liar. Based on Turner's reaction, pretty clear that he's hiding something. I just wish I'd been able to dig a little deeper. Nah, you did a great job. At the very least, we learned one thing. Camarant is the key to solving this case. All that left to ask him ourselves. So we're going to see Camarant? Yep, just you wait, Turner. We'll catch you yet. Let's go head over to Camarant. Camarant left the alley, so we don't have to walk just as far. Look, Pikachu, it's Camarant. Weren't you gonna go back to Turner? Didn't make it very far, did ya? Camarant! You've been resting cause you feel too full to walk. Why is Camarant the only one that feels so unwell? Growlith and the others were fine. He must have really overeaten, or he swallowed something his digestive system can't handle. Hey, wait a second.
A missing jewel, and now Camarant's full belly.
What are you thinking, Pikachu?
I figured it out! A bolt of brilliance! The stolen jewel we seek is right over there!
Did we figure something out, Pikachu? I'm surprised you have no clue, Tim. You're even worse a detective than Pikachu. Oh yeah, I've got it all figured out. Pikachu seemed to figure out where Turner hid the jewel. We used all the information gathered at this point to deduce the jewel's whereabouts. I bet we figured it out too, haven't you? Well, since Tim asked me what we're thinking about, it seems like he hasn't. Alright, here's the final questions. Where did Turner hid the jewel? Once we piece together all the information we gathered so far together, we've definitely figured it out. I'll give you a hint. The jewel was most certainly taken out of the mansion, and a Pokémon was used to do it. A Pokémon? Yeah, think about the unique characteristic of each Pokémon in the mansion. Which one of them was the ideal features for hiding the jewel? We have Camarant here. It's inside Camarant's belly.
Okay.
Camarant said he could gulp down anything, right? So the jewel is most likely hidden in his belly. Yes, you've got it. Turner made Camarant swallow the jewel. And the reason he feels full is because he still got the jewel in his belly. Turner didn't have time to retrieve the jewel after the theft, did he? No, I'm positive the jewel is still in Camarant's belly. Now, we have enough evidence to back Turner into a corner. Okay, we got all the proof we need. Now we just have to catch the culprit. Let's go tell Holiday to gather everyone involved in the case. Are we ready, Tim? Yes, we are. Yeah, let's go. Let's reveal the truth together.